Sir, so what were the challenges you faced in your early years when you actually had set out? We want our students to be able to relate that to current times. I don't know if the challenges are the same or they've evolved. Maybe the way to get around them may have changed.
Some challenges may be the same, they're the same all the time. But I'll briefly tell you, I
Right.
wanted to practice in, I studied in Coimbatore, and I thought that the best lawyers practice in Supreme Court. But when I came to Delhi, I met a few senior lawyers. I didn't have anyone else to guide me, so I just went to their chambers and met them and asked them for guidance. Tell me, what should I do? I was told it's a good idea to do some original side work first, because
Okay.
that forms the basis. So I started off on original side practice in 1990 in the Delhi High Court and Tis Hazari courts.
Right.
The challenges were that, first of all, in 1990 there was no mandatory training required for a lawyer to start
Okay.
practice. Like we have today, we have internships and training programs with
All
lawyers.
right.
There's several young law students who interned with me in the last 10 years.
Right.
But that was not necessary in that time. It was not a kind of a requirement under law, or your college also didn't encourage you to do that.
Right.
And when I started off practice, I found that there are many procedural issues which are very important, which you don't learn really in law school.
Okay.
Also, there are local issues. For example, if it's a Delhi High Court, there's a particular way in which certain documents are filed. I've also traveled to other high courts in India and district courts. For example, Himachal Pradesh, in Shimla, the style of filing is slightly different.
Okay.
So
What is
I think
meant
it's
by
very
the style of
important.
filing?
Style
Sorry
of
to.
filing
Yeah.
is the affidavit
Okay.
wording, the verification, the way the docket is made in Calcutta and Chennai is completely different from the
Okay.
way the papers are filed in Delhi.
All right.
And for example, in Jabalpur, Jodhpur, Calcutta, and Chennai, you have to put it on a green paper.
Okay.
The pleadings have to be on a green paper, whereas in Delhi, it's not necessary at all. So that's what I mean by local issues. This is just a small example. There's several other issues, other examples. The way the notarized applications are notarized. For
Okay.
example, in Chennai, in Madras High Court, the papers have to be, the Wakalatnama has to be signed by two advocates as witnesses,
Okay.
which is not necessary in Delhi or in the Supreme Court. In Supreme Court, you have an advocate on record, but
Right.
in other courts, it's not really
Okay.
necessary. So local issues are sometimes they can be a big hurdle. It may look like a small matter, of just an affidavit or just a wakalatnama, just a power of attorney. But these are important, and sometimes objections on filing could really derail your proceedings, because there are times when there is a great deal of urgency,
Right.
and at such time you don't have the luxury of making mistakes and learning.
True. True. And the stakes are high. So if you make a small mistake and the judge throws out your application, or due
Yes,
to if the registry also points out that some corrections are required, your timelines may be derailed.
yes.
Very beneficial role.
Other are basic challenges, adjustment, financial issues, because
Right.
in the time when I started practice, uh, there were not too many law firms.
Right.
There were some individual lawyers who strongly believed that they were doing you a favor by allowing you to work with them.
Right.
So they felt that the very fact that you are learning from them is as good as earning from them. So you don't need to get paid and also learn at their expense.
Okay.
So payment was very basic, and minimal. So financial issues were also a very big issue that time.